I have a live feed, and the doors are open for the tribe. See, still in the stadium, 2 minutes to go in the game. Awesome. I'm not following it, but I hope they win. Jeans, watching the littles, yay! Well, pull up a chair. Cardinals are losing 30-18. Yikes. Well, we try. Can't win everything, but we do try. And there's Amy. Welcome. Good to see you. Oh, my hot tea. Oh, got my afternoon power walk in today, an hour. It was an hour and 13 minutes maybe. Oh, so got a little color. Arizona in the winter. We're cooling down this week though, so finally. But I think it was 71 when I went out, so I tanned fairly quick. I got 2 tea bags, echinacea for immune support, chai, and then a cinnamon stick and a slice of orange. There we go. So, nice afternoon recovery drink from my power walk. Festive indeed. All right. Z's at the game. And Jean's babysitting the grandbabies. And Amy's here. So let's get some Soulful Sunday stuff going. Let me get warmed up, and then I have other stuff carefully selected for today, and one from yesterday's date. Z, he sent me, he messaged me information clip yesterday about yesterday, so I'm gonna play something regarding that. So I like kicking off a little my buddy Steve Poltz. He's down in Tucson today. He'll be heading out of Arizona, back on the road as always. Several hundred dates a year. He's a touring machine. I love everything about you, and I love the way you comb your hair, and I love the way you sashay in the room. Your perfume lingers in the air. I love everything about you. Whoa, about you. And I love the way that your lips stare. You've got fireworks in your head. I'm thirsty in your bed, I love everything about you. Whoa, about you. You were surely kissed by angels. Just look at the freckles on your face. You've got the devil in your eyes. You disappeared without a trace. Well, I love sneaking up behind you when you're looking in the mirror. The way your eyes lock into mine, dear, without guilt and without fear. I love everything about you. Whoa, about you. I love everything about you. Whoa, about you. All right, there's a little Steve Pulse opener for this Soulful Sunday. Sip whatever you got. Glad to see you're here, tribe. Oh, that's some good stuff. Good for the immune system there. Let's do a little James Taylor. When you're down and trouble and you need some love and care, and nothing, oh nothing is going right, just close your eyes and think of me. Soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know where I am. I'll come running, see you again. Winter, spring, summer, fall, and all you gotta do is call, and I'll say with you got a friend. If the sky high above you should grow dark and full of clouds, and that old cold north wind should begin to blow, just keep your cord together and call my name out loud. Soon you'll hear me knocking upon your door. You just call out my name, and you know where I am. I'll come running, again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, and all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there, yes I will. Hey, ain't it good to know that you got a friend? People can be so cold, they'll hurt you and desert you. They'll take your soul if you let them, oh, but don't you let them. You just call on my name, and you know where I am. I'll come running, yes I will see you again. Hey baby, don't you know about that winter, spring, summer, and fall? And all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there, yes I will. You got a friend. You got a friend. Ain't it good to know you got a friend? Ain't it good to know you got a friend? Oh, baby, you got a friend. All right, there's a singer-songwriter double shot opener. My buddy Steve Poltz and a little JT James Taylor. Welcome, my Soulful Sunday tribe. Thanks for checking in. Oh, that hot echinacea tea with chai tea and cinnamon stick and an orange slice is good stuff. Great after a pretty swift afternoon power walk. So keeping my winter color, as you can see. K-Max here. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Thanks for checking in. Z's out of the stadium. Yay. Kels is here. Good to see you. Thank you, Amy. Let me see. No, I don't need the lyrics for this. So, yeah, so Z sent me a message yesterday. It had a short article about sitting on the dock of the bay, and December. So today's the 8th, December 7th. That's when Otis Redding went into the studio and recorded that song, which I didn't know. And then 3 days later, he perished in a plane crash. So. So Z said perfect for tomorrow night, which is tonight, and he's right. So, and I know Amy said your mom loved this song. So we're remembering the late great Otis Redding. Sitting in the morning sun, I'll be sitting till the evening comes, watching the ships roll in, then I'll watch them roll away again. I'm just sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Ooh, we're sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Left my home in Georgia, headed for the Frisco Bay. Ain't got nothing to live for, look like nothing gonna come my way. So I'm just gonna sit on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Ooh, we sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Look like nothing gonna change, everything remains the same. resting my bones in this loneliness, only me alone. 2,000 miles I roam just to make this dock my home. So I'm just gonna sit on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Ooh, he's sitting on a dock of the bay, wasting time. And in that article, that little info blip that Z sent me, it said that when he recorded that song, he whistled at the end because he intended to come back in and put some more lyrics in it, but he never got a chance to. So I never knew that. I just think it's perfect ending. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time, and you can just picture a guy there, and then just whistles as the song fades. I think it was perfect. So Z, thanks for that little bit of info. So we're honoring the late great Otis Redding on a December 7th in 60-something. He recorded that song. That brings us to today. Z says, thanks, you're welcome. Thanks for the recommendation. Thanks for that info. Amy, you're welcome. So that brings us to today as a red letter day in rock and roll history. December 8th, 1980. I remember exactly where I was. I had just got up to my base in Sacramento, Mather Air Force Base, in September. And I got done working a mid-shift, and I went to set my radio that morning. We got home and found out John Lennon had been shot. Would have been the next morning, I guess. So 44 years ago today, John Lennon was shot in New York. So I'm going to do a John Lennon song, and then I have some Beatles songs that he sang the lyrics to. So we'll do these. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us, above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no country. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say that I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you will join us, and the world will be as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people living face. You may say that I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you will join us, and the world will live as one. I had to put my little ending on that. Kind of a Beatles-ish ending. Some John Lennon type of chord ending anyway on that. So there you go. That's a John Lennon original release. Still playing it for today. Let's do some Amy says, lovely, you're welcome. Let's do some Beatles that John Lennon sang the lead vocals on. How about that? You'll never know how much I really love you. You'll never know how much I really care. Listen, do you want to know a secret? Do you promise not to tell? Whoa, whoa, closer. Me listen in your ear. Say the words you long to hear. I'm in love with you. Oh, listen, do you want to know a secret? Do you promise not to tell? Whoa, 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 closer. Let me whisper in your ear. Say the words you long to hear. I'm in love with you. Oh, I've known a secret for a week or two. Nobody knows, just we do. Listen, do you want to know a secret? Do you promise not to tell? Whoa, whoa, closer. Do let me whisper in your ear. Do say the words you long to hear. I'm in love with you. Oh, oh, almost a little out of my range on some of those high notes, but higher notes anyway. All right, this from John Lennon, and this one too. That boy took my love away. No, he'll regret it someday. This boy wants you back again. That boy isn't good for you. Though he may want you to, this boy wants you back again. Oh, and that boy, this boy would be happy just to love you. But oh my, that boy won't be happy until he's seen you cry. This boy wouldn't mind the pain. boy, this boy, this boy. Well, I got most of the lyrics on that one. I don't do that one very often. Gene says, great tribute. Thank you. All right, let's do one more that I know that John did the lyrics to. 1, 2, 3. You're gonna lose that girl. You're gonna lose that girl. If you don't take her out tonight, she's gonna change her mind. And I will take her out tonight, and I will treat her kind. You're gonna lose that girl. You're gonna lose that girl. If you don't treat her right, my friend, you're gonna find her gone. 'Cause I will treat her right, and then you'll be the lonely one. You're gonna lose that girl. You're gonna lose that girl. You're gonna lose. I'll make a point of taking her away from you. Watch what you do, yeah. The way you treat her, what else can I do? You're gonna lose that girl. 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 You're gonna lose. I'll make a point of taking her away from you. Watch what you do, yeah. The way you treat her, what else can I do? If you don't take her out tonight, she's gonna change her mind. And I will take her out tonight, and I will treat her kind. You're gonna lose that girl. You're gonna lose that girl. You're gonna lose that girl. Still got a little bit of drainage going, so it's hard to suppress a cough at times, but there you go. So there's my John Lennon tribute, 44 years ago today of his passing. Let me see, I pulled some lyrics out, some other stuff that I like to do on occasion. I wish I would remember to spend more time memorizing some of these songs so I didn't have to use the lyric sheets quite as often, but these felt good. I always keep these sheets together, so every time I pull them out, it's like there's 2 or 3 that I end up doing together because I keep the lyric sheets together from the previous time I did them. So these felt good for Soulful Sunday. Childhood living is easy to do. The things that you wanted, I bought them for you. Graceless lady, I can't let you slide through my hands wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. I watched you suffer a dull aching pain. Now you decided show me the same. No sweet exit or off stage lines could make me feel bitter, treat you unkind. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. I know I dreamed you a sin and lie. I have my freedom, but I don't have much time. Faith has been broken, must be cried. Let's do some living after we die. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild horses, we'll ride them someday. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild horses, we'll ride them someday. In 1 second, I forgot to bring my Kleenex next box over here, and my nose is a little runny. Okay, these are live, so we just go with it. We go with the flow, and tonight it's my nasal passages. Still getting over this little drainage. Thanks for your patience and tolerance. So that was one. Let me see. Two-sheeter. All right. I don't have the chords down for this one, so I'm gonna wing it. I'm not sure what key, but I'll figure it out. Anyway, that was some Rolling Stones, which I love. Amy's a fan of that one, so that felt good for a Soulful Sunday. Amy said, great rendition, thank you. Pammy's here. What's up, BFF? I love that song. Thanks. You're welcome. I think this is on my. I think I did this on my tuned down guitar. Let me see. Yep. If I got the key right, let me see. I haven't even tuned this one up. Let's hear what. Let's just go with it. It's like perfectly out of tune. I think it's in C. I haven't played this in forever, so I'm just winging most of it. We skipped the light fandango, turning cartwheels across the floor. I was feeling kinda seasick. The crowd called out for more. The room was humming harder as the ceiling flew away. When we called out for another drink, the waiter brought a tray, and so it was that later, as the miller told his tale, that affair's face at first just ghostly turned a wider shade of pale. She said there is no reason, and the truth is plain to see. But I wandered through my playing cards and would not let her be one of 16 Vestal virgins. We're leaving for the coast, and although my eyes were open, they might just as well been closed. And so it was later, as the miller told his tale, that a face at first just ghostly turned a wider shade of pale. And so it was later, as the miller told his tale, that a face at first just ghostly turned a wider shade of pale, turned a wider shade of pale, turned a wider shade of pale. Well, I should have rehearsed that one because I haven't played that in so long. I blew the chord changes, but all right, that's what these live shows are all about. Let me play something I do know. Well, I know it with the lyric sheets, but I know the chords too. I love this song by the band. I love this song since I first heard it. I think it was maybe 12 or 13, I don't know. He says, "Well, I didn't know all the lyrics to hear." Yeah, I had the lyric sheets in front of me, but I forgot all the chord changes. I did remember that I played it on my tuned down guitar before, so I was glad of that because that would have been too high. All right, let's do this one. Pulled into Nazareth, was feeling about 10:30. I just need some place where I can lay my head. Hey, mister, can you help me where a man might find a bed? Just grinned and shook my hand, no was all he said. Take a load off Fanny, take a load for free. Take a load off Fanny, and you put the load right on me. I picked up my bag, I went looking for a place to hide. When I saw Carmen and the devil walking side by side, I said, hey Carmen, come on, let's go downtown. She said, I gotta go, but my friend can stick around. Take a load off Fanny, take a load for free. Take a load off Fanny, and you put the load right on me. Go down, Miss Moses, there's nothing you can say. It's just old Luke and Luke's waiting on a judgment day. Well, Luke, my friend, what about young Annalee? He said, do me a favor, son, won't you stay and keep Annalee company? Take a load off Fanny, take a load for free. Take a load off Fanny, and you put the load right on me. Crazy Chester followed me and he caught me in the fog. He said, I will fix you right if you take Jack, my dog. I said, wait a minute, Chester, you know I'm a peaceful man. He said, that's okay, boy, won't you feed him when you can? Yeah, take a load off Fanny, take a load for free, and take a load off Fanny, and you put the load right on me. Catch a cannonball now to take me down the line. My bag is sinking low and I do believe it's time to get back to Miss Fanny. You know that she's the only one who sent me here with her regards for everyone. Yeah, take a load off Fanny, take a load for free. Take a load off Fanny, and you put the load right on me. Oh, all right, there we go. A couple of those notes are a little hard to hit with this head cold. But got through it. Amy says, great song. I love that song. I agree. Got this hot Echinacea tea with a cinnamon stick and an orange in there, trying to clear out this little head cold I've had for over a week, I think. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Anyway. Pam says, I love that. Me too. Not the head cold, but the song. Let's capo up. First time tonight. Pammy likes this song, and so it's a rare occasion we get to see her, so play this one. When the stars line up, you catch a good break, and people think you're lucky, but you know it's grace, and it can happen so fast, just a little bit late. Timing is everything. And I've had close calls when it could have been me, and I was young when I learned just how fragile life can be. I lost friends of mine, guess it wasn't my time. Timing is everything. And I could have been a child that God took home, and I would have been one more unfinished song. And when it seems a ride is hard to find, that's when one comes along just in time. Well, I remember that day when our eyes first met. You ran into the building to get out of the rain, 'cause you were soaking wet. And as I held the door, you wanted to know my name. Timing is everything. And I could have been another minute late. You never would have crossed my path that day. And when it seems true love is hard to find, that's when love comes along just in time. You can call it fate, but destiny. Sometimes it really seems like it's a mystery. You can be hurt by love or healed by the same. Timing is everything, and it can happen so fast. We're a little bit late. Timing is everything. And as my friend Steve Flowers, the patriarch of the Flowers family that owns a coffee shop, used to say during my Friday night live sets, I believe that's true. And he would raise his little snifter of wine and I would say, I agree. You're welcome, Pammy. So I'm capoed here on the 5th fret. Let's do a little of Steve Pulse's buddy Bob Schneider from Austin, Texas. This little song they had on his first album. I love this song. Soon he was a pilot in the nationally known Amazing Ladies of the Outer Ozone. She'd have no kids, she didn't have no time. She was a woman of her word, she was a fighter of crime. She looked good in that hat, she had a natural way. With no tools and no car, she went to UCLA. And everybody said she was as crazy as a loon. When she was a girl, she'd spend every afternoon sitting in her backyard pretending to be a fighter ace in the Japanese military. She liked to make up her mind, she kept her feet in the air. She wore her heart on her sleeve, cause she found it there. It was all well and good until she met this young man, a young pilot named Steve with a beautiful tan. He spoke English and French and he swam like a swan, had a mouthful of teeth and more style than Cezanne. He could talk to the bees, he could breathe in the air. He wore his heart on his sleeve cause he found it there. And they'd sit in the trees and they'd talk through the night, while the blind moon swam in the pale starlight. They talked and they crowed and they told what they knew. It was better than beer, it was all strange and new. There was grass all around, it was black up above. It was more than hello, it was something like love. And I don't know why life it seems to be so hard for dreamers like you and me. When love is love, is everywhere. Oh, I love that little Bob Schneider song. And his friends told him, don't put that song on that album. And he brought in a string quartet and they recorded these beautiful strings and he put it on that album anyway. It's the very last song on the album. It's fantastic. So we're moving in. These hours go by so quick. Moving in toward the end, it's about that time of year where I start breaking out some Christmas songs. And Z asked me, I think a week or so back, because Christmas is on a Wednesday. So is New Year's, so I will be live both days for whoever's here. And he said, are you going to do some Christmas songs? And I said, yes. So this is the first one I dust off usually. So I'm going to play this one. I haven't done this in a while. Christopher Barr's here. Hey, that's twice you've checked in like a week. How you doing down there in South America? I miss you guys. I wish you were here for Christmas, man. This will be like 3 years since I've seen you, dude. Thanks for checking in, though. All right, so here's a little early Christmas music. Need to get some Christmas stuff going. I dust this one off. This is Elvis's first Christmas, his favorite Christmas song of all that he recorded. I'll have a blue Christmas without you. I'll be so blue just thinking about you. Decorations of red on a green Christmas tree won't be the same, dear, if you're not here with me. And when those blue snowflakes start falling, that's when those blue memories start calling. You'll be doing alright with your Christmas of white, but I have a blue, 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 blue Christmas. I have a Christmas for certain. And when those blue heartaches start hurting, you'll be doing alright with your Christmas of white, but I have a blue, 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 blue Christmas. blue, 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 blue Christmas. Woo! All right, I had to get a little Christmas music. I got to pull up my lyric sheets and dust up all those Christmas lyrics. Chris says, awesome. Good to see you, Christopher. Thanks for checking in, man. Mike McCabe. Mike and Bean picking up the last 3 or 4 tunes. Oh, it's your cat. Yay. I'm always glad of that. So I did a little John Lennon tribute set earlier. 44 years to the day that he was shot and had lost his life in New York. And then I did some Beatles songs that John sang the lead on. So I thought I would end on a Paul McCartney release from one of my favorite movies, The Lake House. And so it's not a Beatles song, but it's a Paul McCartney song, and it's close enough, honoring the late great John Lennon. Pam says, awesome, thank you, Chris. See you later, Gator. Thanks for checking in from somewhere down in South America. So let's do, we'll end on this Paul McCartney song from The Lake House. I'm very sure this never happened to me before. I met you, and now I'm sure this never happened before. And now I see this is the way it's supposed to be. I met you, and now I see this is the way it should be. This is the way it should be for lovers. They shouldn't go it alone. It's not so good when you're on your own. So come to me. Now we can be what we want to be. I love you, and now I see this is the way it should be. This is the way it should be. This is the way it should be for lovers. They shouldn't go it alone. Well, it's not so good when you're on your own. I'm very sure this never happened to me before. I met you, and now I'm sure this never happened before. This never happened before. This never happened before. This never happened before. All right, a little Paul McCartney, honoring the 44th anniversary of passing of John Lennon. So thanks so much for tuning in, my tribe, for this Soulful Sunday. This edition of Soulful Sunday. Always good to see everybody. Hope you're staying healthy, and as always, namaste. The divinity in me recognizes and honors the divinity in you. Thanks for keeping those immune systems bolstered up. Yourselves well if you're in the cold weather areas. Thanks for keeping yourself all bundled up. And enjoy the rest of what's left of your Soulful Sunday sliding into your Monday. I will be back on Wednesday. Same bat time and channel, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time for Wine on Wednesday, or Kevin calls it Happy Hump Day. If you want to check in, Wednesday's the day because, and I'll remind you on Wednesday, I will not be here next Friday because I have tickets to see Jose Feliciano, who I've loved since I was a boy and when I was taught formal classical flamenco music. And Jose Feliciano, of course, has had a probably 50, 60-year career. He's a non-sighted guitar player. He's incredible. Of course, he has that his famous song, Feliz Navidad, the Merry Christmas song, but he's got a host of other stuff too. He did a great rendition of Light My Fire by the Doors, and I've always wanted to see him, so I've got tickets at the Celebrity on Friday night. So I won't be here Friday, but I'll be here Wednesday for Wind Down Wednesday. So if you want to check in for some music, I won't be, after Wednesday, I won't be live until a week from today. So that looks like it's going to be a good show always. So you're welcome, Z, and Amy, you're welcome, and Mike, you're welcome. Thank you all for tuning in. And Pammy, never late. Doors are always open. Thanks, I'm working on it. Amy says, good for you, and Pam says, have fun. That's going to be a great show. Jose Feliciano, I know. Man, what a guitar player. So, anyway. So thank you all for tuning in. Have a great, wonderful rest of your Soulful Sunday. Enjoy what's coming up in the week for you. I will be back for Wind Down Wednesday, and we'll see you next time.